What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. It's been nearly a year since I started a lifestyle change and a new journey in life. And sometimes I look back at a year ago and just think about how far I've come since something so painful took a toll on me. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to maintain sanity after realizing what was going on. But this video is about discerning a covert narcissist, a maniglant covert narcissist, to be exact. The last 5 months, I've been speaking on my experience dealing with the covert narcissist, whom I still work with in the workplace. And at one time, you couldn't tell me that this person wasn't so manipulative and evil and has such wicked ways as she do. But every day I'm thankful for this gift of discernment to see her for who she really is. Because one time I was blind and I was so full of everything she was feeding to me. Like the narcissist, I'm going to speak on this like in a metaphorically way. Like, she always wanted to just feed me junk and unhealthy things. She even said things like, if it's healthy, I don't want it. And this is something that she would strongly advocate. And even though I wasn't where I'm at today, like I wasn't eating the right things and stuff like that, and I wasn't thinking about my health and any of that, and I wasn't fasting. Like, you couldn't tell me anything about fasting. I'd be like, fasting? Isn't that like starving yourself? Why would I want to starve myself? Like, that's how I would look at it back then. But with her, it's like she wanted you to be the way that she was. And it was something like, if I'm unhealthy, you should be unhealthy too. If I'm not doing the things that you decide to do for your life, it's just not the right thing to do. She just went against anything that sounds healthy, anything that led you to a healthier lifestyle. She immediately just completely throwed it off. She didn't want to hear about it. She would even get angry, like, I don't want to hear that. If you're going to talk about that, or I want to talk about something else, and when we would go to workshops at work and anything just dealing with overall health and your spirit, your mind, your body, just everything. She dismissed it. She didn't want to hear it and stuff like that. If we had a choice to go to those things, I would go because I was interested in it, but she wouldn't. It would anger her when she would offer me certain foods that I no longer ate. She would get mad because I turned her down. Or she would say stuff like, why are you doing this? Like, narcissists, they have their ways of being like just so smart at things that they do and how they can brainwash people to believe certain things about them, but they're so dumb when it comes to other stuff. They really are. But not to get too much off a track about that, like I say, every day I'm thankful for the gift of discernment. I remember a long time ago when my cousin, she's passed away now, she said, you have a gift of discernment. And I didn't know what she was talking about. But I know when we were having a conversation, and this dawned on me yesterday, we were having a conversation and she was saying something was bothering me. And I was telling her it's a person who's bothering me. And I was explaining to her what they was doing. And I say, but for some reason, I just can't stop dealing with her. And to be honest with y'all, this was another relative who was using me and just draining me. Everything about our relationship was draining. And this was another relative. And she was telling me to just cut her off and stop dealing with her, stop hanging with her and all this kind of stuff. And she said, because see, you have the spirit of discernment. I will never forget that when my cousin told me that. God rest her soul. She told me that, and I didn't know what she was talking about, but I received it. I'm like, Because she just this and she's just that. And I'm just going on and on. And she was like, but did you hear me? You have a gift of discernment because you see what she really is. And, and so, yeah. Like I say, the only thing that might frustrate you in this new spirit is knowing a person's intentions, but not being able to do anything about it. Like, we can minister to people and give them the heads up, but just like I was at one time, I had my blinders on, like they say, eyes wide shut. Like I just couldn't see past all of the garbage she was feeding me. She was feeding me unhealthy things, so I couldn't think clear. But, when you change things about yourself, change, and you renew your spirit, you'll start to think differently. And a lot of stuff will come clear to you. I can't say that enough. And the Bible even says to test the spirits to see which ones are of God. And like I say, it's just, I was up in the middle of the night when it dawned on me. I woke up in the middle of the night. It was like 3 something. I can't give you the exact time, but I know it was 3 something in the morning. I jumped up and it dawned on me. And before then, I was into these Infinite Waters videos by a guy named Ralph Smart. He's on YouTube. I used to be so into his videos. And I learned a lot from his videos, but it dawned on me what a narcissist was. And she's a covert narcissist. It dawned on me. On top of that, dreams. I kept getting signs and stuff that there's an enemy amongst me in my dreams. Like, the spirit was just showing me in so many ways. Like, what just took me to watching his videos? Because, like, a little, more than a year ago, you couldn't get me to watch videos like that. Like, I'm not watching anything about that. But when I went to that and I was so into it, I try not to just get so into, just Ralph himself and just the name Infinite Waters. I try to get the message out of his videos. And I don't watch them at all, nearly as much as I used to. But he helped me. He really did help me to to just be strong in this new journey in my life. He really did help me. Like I said, he's a mentor and he don't even know it. But this is why they manipulate you, and they're going to continue to manipulate you and find tactics and all type of things they'll do to continue to string you along into the web of lies and deceit and everything. When a person is identified as a covert narcissist, they're going to continue to do everything in their power to not make it obvious. So they're going to move on to their new supply. They're going to try to smear your name, gaslight you. They're going to do everything to make you look like the crazy one. They're going to make you look like the person who's the liar and, the untrustworthy one. When the whole while they're describing themselves. They're going to have the flying monkeys. They're going to have a campaign just to go against you. And I'm like, Lord, I know, when you gave me this spirit, I know it's so much to come along with it. Like some things that God give us, it's not for us to share, but it's the way that we do it from time to time just to help someone. Because if it falls on your spirit to share something from God, I believe you should be obedient and do so. But certain things we're not supposed to share, and certain things we shouldn't, put up for sale and different things like that. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a life coach. I don't even want to give myself that title. I'm just sharing my experience with dealing with the narcissist and my experience with other things that have gone on in my life. That's all I do on my channel. So, I believe when God gave us this gift that it's not only just to make us aware of what's going on within and around us, but like I say, to also share it with other people. Like, give the people a warning, give them a sign, give them a word, give them a word if it fall on your heart. And don't like smother people, because we can get excited once we become like reborn. Once we become our new self and our spirit is renewed, we can get so excited to where we don't realize we're really smothering people. And this may have them looking at us like, what is wrong with you, and stuff like that. And it's nothing wrong with us. It's just the way that we deliver the message. We have to be careful when we're just sharing the goodness of God with people. We don't want to scare them off, shock them, or frighten them or anything. It's just the way that we do it. And just know when to say what it is you feel like you need to say to them, and then leave it alone. And it's up to them if they want to continue to hear more about it. They'll come to you. Just know that you've done your part for God, because God give us a purpose. And once you realize what it is He wants you to do, you better pick up your feet and do it. Once you realize where He wants you to be, you better pick up your feet and go there. And when that came to me one day, I put that as a Facebook post, because I don't really post on Facebook as much. I might comment on things, but to post, I don't really do that as much. Might check in every now and then. But that came to mind, and I posted that immediately. Like, I felt like I needed to share that with somebody. But if you believe in God and you believe in the gift that He give us, use that gift wisely. Notice when you go no contact with a covert narcissist, they completely lose it. And they go to the point of desperation. Especially if you were like one of their best supplies. One of the best that they've ever had. And they know they done you wrong. Now they know. They know that you know. And they know that they have no place in your life. They know this now. So they're desperate. They're looking for new supply. And it's frustrating that you know what they're up to, but you just can't stop it as fast as you wish you could. All you can do is give the heads up. And however it falls on your heart to warn someone about the narcissist, go with it. But you're just not going to be able to stop the narcissist in their tracks. But to just know what they're up to, the type of person that they are, the type of spirit that they have, and so much sticks out about the narcissist. One of the things that sticks out the most about them is their actions. How loud they get once you disagree with them on something. The way they don't know how to accept rejection. If you decline something, it's just how fast they show you how angry that they are. And then there's a problem. So that's like discerning the spirit. That's like just knowing at that point who you're dealing with. So anyway, y'all, I didn't want to make this video too long. I don't want to preach. I just felt like sharing that with y'all. So you can know what it means like to test the spirits. To know what's real and what's of God. Because the narcissist is deceiving. And they just come to kill and steal your joy. And they don't care. They don't love. They don't show empathy. None of that. They just come to drain your whole life and take all your joy away. And you know what's good for your life. So once you realize this, cut it out of your life immediately. And share the word with people. Do your part and move on. And so that's it. If you all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.